What's good, everybody? It's your boy IAmShaneBlack, back with another video. You know, it's episode 4 of my podcast.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Okay, that's nice.
You know, today we're gonna be talking about something different. I got a great friend of mine. Been following her. You know, her business savvy, like-mindedness. She's grinding too.
Yes.
We graduated junior college and university together, and here we are. We come back to our university to talk about, you know,
The different challenges.
challenges that we doing.
That we have faced since graduation.
Yeah, basically, class 2020, 2021, during this pandemic, didn't get to walk the stage.
And really 2020. Like 2021 to respect to them.
Yeah.
But the pandemic hit.
The pandemic hit 2020.
On us.
They hit the class of 2020 hard, and we had to adjust on the fly.
Right there.
I think, you know, most people are just content and happy with just receiving that degree, especially in a tough time like this.
Of course. But we missed out on so much,
Yeah.
so many different opportunities.
This is Monet Jackson Taylor.
I'm a communications major, public relations.
Yeah, get at her. Hit
and
her up.
advertising is my thing.
Yeah.
Shane asked me to come onto his show, and I jumped for it because I said there's so much that we want to talk about and we want to share. We actually want to get some feedback from people, from other graduates. Like he said, the pandemic hit us. Started in March?
Yeah, March.
We were in the middle of our internship. I was interning for Top Dog Entertainment, which was a great experience, but the experience could have been even greater. But I missed out on so many different opportunities. We had like BET weekend coming up, listening parties. But guess what? The world was shut down.
It
so
was
with the world being shut down, guess what? We didn't get the experience. And now we're out here trying to just
pick it back up.
Yeah, we're
That's
trying
what we're
to pick
doing.
it back up.
We're picking it back up.
And we don't have a lot of things to go on but our own drive.
Yeah.
And we just want other people to know that we feel where you guys are coming from. Don't give up. We did face a challenge. You know, the pandemic did. You know, we had, number one, many lives were lost. So we want to first talk about that. The lives that are lost.
Condolences to everybody.
Yeah. My best friend, she lost her mother and her grandfather. People have lost, you know, so many people, so that we're not trying to downplay the loss, but loss has hit the board all over.
Yeah.
And I said, Shane was like, where should we shoot? I'm like, let's go back where it started.
Back where it started, yeah.
And then even with graduation, we had the virtual stuff going on last year. They did invite us to come back to graduate this year. We found out yesterday that we don't get to walk the stage. We're gonna stand up.
We're gonna stand
We're gonna
up
call our names
and
we're
be
gonna
acknowledged.
And be acknowledged. And it's nice to be acknowledged because we did do a lot of hard work. But
oh yeah,
walking that stage since a little girl, I came back to school a little later in life.
I did too.
I'm a tad bit a little older than the regular graduates, but walking the stage was very important to me. Not being able to do that hurts.
Yeah, it was a goal to be able to walk the stage and show future generations that you don't have to be 18, 19, fresh out of college. You can come back and finish.
My story, I had my first child at 17. He's 24 now. My next are 15 and 11. They don't get to see me walk the stage because we only can invite 2 people, so I have to have my mother and my husband there. My children do not get to have that experience with me, so it's so much that the graduates are facing. And then when it gets to the point of us going out into the work, you know, we have these loans.
Yeah.
We have so many different things that we have accumulated in school. Now it's the struggle of positions are not available, companies are closed down, and we're sitting here
in debt.
In debt and in limbo. But we're just asking for the public and people that are out there to, you know, think about the things that the 2020 graduates and of course the 2021 graduates are facing, and lend us a helping hand. And we're not talking about like in finance. We're saying give us an opportunity. Because
that's all we need is a shot. Take a shot.
We've been through the hell and water so far anyways, but we need an opportunity just for some growth, for some experience, and it's hard as hell right now.
You sitting in the interview room and they're like, so what experience do you have?
Where did you intern at? I interned for 3 weeks.
Then we
pandemic hit.
We got shut down.
Yeah, so it's it's a lot that we are dealing with as pandemic graduates. I believe that pandemic graduates. I believe that this has toughened our skin.
Oh yeah.
I can walk down the street, see another graduate now, and we share a common thing, not just that degree. We share
the struggle.
Yeah. And the struggle is so real. And we're gonna come back I was telling Shane, this is just the beginning. We're gonna start reaching out to other graduates, talking to them, networking, because networking is
it's key.
It's key to anything.
Yeah, follow me on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter.
And I have to give him his props and his respect, because Shane and I, we met about now 6 or 7 years ago. In junior college, we just hit it off,
Yeah.
He was girl crazy when I first met him. I'm like, I got a husband, I can't talk to you. But really, he became one of my best friends. My family loves him. They feel like Shane is a part of the family, but I've watched him grow. I've watched him, let me. Tish, me and Shane are on live on the podcast. They'll hear your voice. We're going to have to call you. I'm going to call you back, but I'm still coming over your house later, okay? Say hi to the podcast. Say hi. Hi. Let me tell you what the podcast is about right now. We're talking about the struggles that us 2020 graduates have faced after the pandemic. So that's what we're talking about right now, but we're going to talk to you later, okay? Edit her out. Okay, bye-bye. Edit her out. You know what I'm saying? I've watched Shane grow. I've watched him go from boo-boo equipment to putting money into equipment.
Man, it ain't cheap.
Yeah, because he's like Monet. He's like, I have to, upgrade. I have to keep upgrading things.
Cameras.
And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the different things that he's doing. I'm proud of the networking that he's doing. I'm proud of the
business
podcast. Yeah, the podcast. I said that's really big. I don't care if we have 5 people that watch us. Out of those 5 people, guess what? They might tell somebody, word of mouth. Next we'll might get 50 people, 100 people. But I said the thing is, we're pushing and we're going to keep going.
We're going to keep growing. We have to. Granted, this is the early stages of the podcast, so people might not be watching, but it's still going to be up there. It's still going to be out there, so you can see the growth.
Yes.
You can see this is where he started from. Well, look where he is now. He's working for this company. He has his own business.
Yeah.
He works for himself. Like, I shoot videos. I take, photography. I'm producing, editing. Like, this is what I went to school for. This is what I love to do. So why not? You know what I mean?
And sometimes it takes putting your own money. Like,
investing in yourself.
I had an event. I called it the Boss Lady Brunch.
Tell me about that one. Yeah.
I invited about 20, and I know it's pandemic time, and we were kind of social distancing, but I invited 15 different women from different businesses. I looked for a chef. I found a chef on Instagram because it was someone I had never used, but I wanted to promote his business. The person who decorated for us, she was off of Instagram. I found different businesses that I had no clue about them through social media. I paid for my 15 business women to come out to network because I said, you know what? We're in a pandemic. People are doing the virtual stuff. I said, what do people like to do? People like to eat. I can get these women together. If I, feed their bellies. We had masks. I also looked up another place. We had the Shield mask where we promoted that business, but it was about, someone was like, you're spending your own money. And I said, sometimes it takes spending, I don't have a lot of money, but sometimes it takes spending your money and putting people together.
To put people on notice.
And this was through me. I have a company, Jackson is my LLC, Jackson Corporation, which is my PR marketing company. I still would love to get hired by someone else to kind of piggyback off of them and learn some things, but sometimes in a crisis, you have to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Fear comes in, but it's like, okay, forget the fear side of it. You have to do your own thing. And I think by just doing your own thing, you learn. Yeah,
you make mistakes. You fall.
You make a bunch of mistakes, but the brunch turned out. It was a great opportunity to have just 15 diverse women together, different walks of life, different businesses, and they're now all connected and they know each other and we can reach out to each other. And I was happy just to get them together for that mere fact.
So what would you tell people if they doubted your business savviness and said, okay, I want to work with you, but they don't feel like they know you well enough, they know your business? Because people reach out to me, where's your work? And I'm like, oh, my work's on YouTube. What do you do?
I tell people you have to give people a chance.
Yeah.
If you don't give someone a chance, I don't want to hear anything else that you're saying. If you give someone a chance and they don't live up to your expectations, then that's different. But it's about giving chances in life. No one gets anywhere without getting a chance. So with me, I always say, hey, give me a chance. I worked for the government. I was the recruiting starting assistant, then manager for the 2020 census. The census gave me a chance. With them giving me a chance, I was the number 2 recruiter in California.
No experience.
I was the number 4 recruiter in the 50 states. So it was all by a chance that I actually went to a hiring fair here at Cal State Dominguez, and they gave me a chance. Mm-hmm. And the difference was with my recruiting, I looked at the different demographics, and I said, how are we going to reach these different people? I started going to the radio stations.
That's what you have to do.
I started going to the radio stations.
You gotta get out there.
I hit up KTLA, the different TV channels, and these were things that they didn't tell me to do, but I knew everyone how important the census was. And then a lot of I have a 24-year-old. Census comes every 10 years. People don't understand how important being counted, how important that brings funding into our own individual cities. Yeah. When you're out there, like I would tell people when I would go to Compton or South Central or Carson, when I'm talking to them, I'm telling them, okay, this is going to help with the potholes. When you're counted, this is going to help put funding into your school. If I'm in Beverly Hills talking or Palos Verdes,
they already know.
No, they have a lot of funding themselves. They fund their own. They have the money. So I had to let them know this is important because we want to keep our seats. So it's like who you're talking to. You have numbers. You have to look at who you're talking to, and you have to see what's important to them. So Palos Verdes, they were like, okay, we want to keep our seats in the House. They didn't care about the funding because they have people who are doing the funding. The parents are putting thousands and millions of dollars into their own community. We don't have that from our neighborhood. So I had to let them know we need the money. The places that have the money, you want to keep the seats in the House. You want to do this. So it's about marketing, but it's about marketing to that actual person, to that demographic. And with me, I always say, if you give me a chance, I don't know everything. I'm here to learn. Mm-hmm. I believe you learn every stage of life,
and you grow. You have to, mm-hmm. and then you have to do what's best for you.
You learn every stage of life, and with learning, like you said, comes challenges. But if a person thinks they know everything, that's the person who you don't want to hire. You want to hire someone who's saying, I'm here.
I'm a sponge.
I'm a sponge. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm a sponge. Yeah. And that's it. We have people who are 60, 80 years old. Guess what? They're still doing. They're still learning. Yeah. So I always say, give a person a chance. If you give them a chance, I think that right there, you're giving someone an opportunity. And today it's about opportunities. We're not all about ourselves. We're doing this because there's somebody behind us that's trying to get to where we are. There's somebody in front of me that I want to sponge off of to get to that point. So every process in life is about continuing to grow.
Yeah. I think that with us coming back to this school is bringing back some memories, mm-hmm. and it's bringing back some homework, some struggles. Yeah. Late nights.
Late nights, man.
10 plus pages, work and tests, quizzes, finals. But we finished. We did it.
We did.
And don't be discouraged just because of a pandemic. If you got to do remote learning, do remote learning. Mm-hmm. Get out there. At the end of the day, you're gonna feel good. Your family's gonna feel good, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. You're doing this for yourself, and I always tell people, I feel bad for the students. Where at least with the 2020 class, we were in school half of the time. Those last 3 months we went remote. 2021,
they ain't even get to step on campus.
So they've been remote the whole time. And one thing about it, you do like the interaction with the other classmates. That I have some of my best friends now, mm-hmm. are people who I met on this campus. My instructors, Professor Russo, he's one of my favorite. I like all my instructors, but you just have ones who stick,
who stand out.
Who stand out, and just I feel bad for the students who didn't get to experience him in person. So there's a lot of things that people are facing in these times, and we just want to basically let you guys know to just keep pushing, keep going.
Okay. Well, that's what we're here to do. Mm-hmm. This channel is just to keep pushing, keep motivating. This podcast is just something I started to branch off and get people different perspective. Like we're talking about school one episode. Next episode we're gonna be talking about music. So stay tuned. We got some artists from the IE coming. You know, that I'm gonna put on my show and promote them and network with them.
We also want to do the podcast about because my kids.
Yeah.
They've
athletes.
been doing acting and athletes. And we're in the state of California. You know, a lot of these kids are just maybe sitting around. And people are, my kid doesn't look that good. They can't be on TV. If you look at TV as real life, kids look little, short, fat, cute.
They come in all.
Yeah, snag a tooth. You know, because every child is actually attractive to me. You know, in their own way. You know, but what I'm saying is, kids can be out here doing things. They don't have to just sit and watch these people on TV. You know,
it's money to be made out here.
It's money to be made and to show our children that it's so many different
it's so many
avenues.
Possibilities. Like if you have a skill, it might not be basketball, football, or even acting, but if you know how to play an instrument, you know you're good with computers, you're good with cameras, you know how to edit, you like to do stuff like that.
It's things to do.
Find your passion. You know what I mean? So
and sometimes you just have to take kids and put them in different. You have to give them different opportunities. You know, we're so quick to say sports and this or that, but I'm saying kids, this is the time when their gifts are just kind of blossoming. You know, and you want to give them all sorts of opportunities.
Yeah, and if they want to go to school, encourage them to go to school. If they don't want to go to school, put them in the JC. Even if they don't, tell them just to try.
And I'm promoting HBCUs.
HBCUs, yeah.
Even though I didn't go to one.
I was just about to say that.
My mother graduated from my family. We want to push our HBCUs for our minorities.
Are the wave, and they've been the wave. We just didn't get any representation. And
even though we love being a Toro,
if
my life would have been a little different, I probably would have been at HBCU. But you know, it's just sometimes people need that family structure around them, and HBCUs do offer our children that.
It's not just sports with the HBCUs too.
Yeah.
We got some good scientists and some good doctors, engineers. Hey, there's very, very like a vast amount of work in these professions. I see a lot of blacks and browns in HBCUs, and they love it.
Yeah, they do.
They love the culture. They love the history.
That's right.
You know, that's what it's about. But, you know, you have to try. You have to whether it's not an HBCU or, you know, a Cal State, even if it's a JC, you just try. You know what I mean? That's if I could say anything, just put your foot in the water.
Yeah, and you know another thing I want to bring up, and I want to probably do a podcast about this later, is counseling.
Yeah.
Do not discourage your children from going to see counselors yourself. It's nothing wrong with, and even with the graduates, with we're going through this kind of down, you know, we're a little down over the things that are going on. It's okay to talk to a counselor. It's okay to have weekly counseling sessions, monthly, you know, whatever it is that you can do that.
Somebody else is another person to listen.
Talking to someone helps, and it goes a long way. You know, a lot of us have sometimes get to the point of saying that we don't want to talk to a counselor. I don't need a counselor. I can do this myself. No, they're not there for no reason. Talk to a counselor. Going to talk to a counselor.
It'll take the pressure off of your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody to talk to.
And sometimes it's not about talking to someone you know.
Yeah.
You can open up sometimes to a person that you don't know. So if you see your child facing the challenge, or a friend, or, you know, a colleague, you know, and you see
going through something,
it's okay for them to go seek some kind of help.
It doesn't mean you off the scale. It just means that, hey, I need somebody else to talk to who can, you know, understand another ear. Somebody that can say, okay, well, I'll point you in the right direction.
That's right.
You know, so that's all it is. You're just a little guidance. That's all.
That's right.
Well, I thank you for coming on, you know, and we up here at Cal State. I
We're
appreciate
about to go eat right now.
Yeah, we gotta go eat. I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share. Most importantly, share this video. Even if you didn't like it, share it.
Yeah, share it.
Just share it. Somebody else might like it. Somebody else might, you know, want to listen to two people talk about school because they, you know, they can relate because they're a little older and they'll feel a little discouraged. But you know, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for, you know, welcoming this beautiful guest of mine.
I thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We will work together soon.
Yes, we will.
All right, you guys, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy, IAmShaneBlack, with the lovely Monet Jackson Taylor.
There you go.
See you later, guys. See you.
Bye.